Hi and welcome back to TTS Brosu channel. Today is another session of TTS chat with my guest here today, Zul. As per the last video, you may know that Zul does Twitch. So today's topic is, will you ever stop gaming? This topic is given to me by Zul. Zul, before we get into that, when did you start gaming? Okay, when did you ever, would you call yourself a gamer,
Okay. When did I start gaming? 5 years old.
5 years old. Okay.
First game, GTA San Andreas, I played on my friend's punya PS2. So that's the first game I've ever touched, first game I've ever played. Tapi, because it's at my friend's house, so macam I don't really play as much. Tapi if you wanna say the first actual game that I ever played is RuneScape. Also 2005. Kiranya macam I'm like one of the OG
gamer like come on. I think definitely budak-budak TTS are OG gamers lah. For me, in my case, I'm not sure either 5 or 6 because at that point ada PS2 and I remember playing Digimon Rumble Arena. Lepas tu aku pergi rumah cousin, aku main Xbox dia. So yeah, dari kecil lagi aku expose pada games. So the question is, why did you stick to gaming? Why did you decide the idea of the fact that why be a loser and not be
Hey, gamers are not losers. Okay, gamers are not losers.
Okay. Alright, you know what? Here's the thing is,
are you saying PewDiePie is a loser? Are you saying all the other YouTubers are all the other gamers are losers?
Hey,
I think so.
We all gamers know that we are losers. 10 years ago, we get bullied for playing video games. Yep, we're all losers at heart. But yeah, jokes aside, what got you into gaming, I would say lah. Boleh cakap macam, budak kecil main game, tapi kau tengok macam, ada, like one of my friends daripada sekolah rendah, dulu aku tahu dia, he was a very army fan. Dia layan Modern Warfare, Halo. He was a very gamer army fan. But then I found out that dia terus stop main game lah lepas masuk sekolah menengah.
Back then when we play RuneScape, it's a MMORPG. It kind of gives you the idea of like you can be someone else. I think for most people, gaming is like, it's like an escape. It allows you to be someone else. It allows you to escape reality, escape this life. Sometimes I mean, it's not, I'm not saying that much. Essentially, you have to have a sucky life to play games. You can have a nice life, you can have a good life, and still play video games. I'm still like addicted to play. Still much stick to video games. Tapi macam I think the common idea is why people play video games is because like they just want an escape from reality.
Stress of reality.
All the work. Macam in video games there are work, tapi macam it's rewarding. It gives you that sense of euphoria. It gives you sense of achievement when you finish a quest.
When you
defeat
a big boss.
Yeah. And then the rewards you get it instantly. And macam sometimes you get like greater reward. And macam in reality, sometimes when you do something, you don't always get a reward.
Right. Yeah. I think I can very wholly agree. Kalau for me, my main point is actually growing up, aku develop this very low self-esteem, and I think a lot of gamers awal-awal definitely we grew up with low self-esteem sebab the very idea notion of main game kau pemalas, apa tu you're a loser, tak main sukan. I had this very low self-esteem. I didn't like how I look atau macam my athletic ability sebab my adik-beradik, my younger brothers dua-dua athletic which kind of sucked for me. So in video games, mainly I grew up with RPG, so aku boleh customize character tu aku macam mana aku nak nampak, what costume, how strong he is, ataupun berapa laju dia, agility, strength, atau dia pandai ke. You like your main point to escape reality. So yeah, for me that was my main point in playing video games and why I'm still attached to till now.
I think it's also macam the stigma, stereotype when people put with gamers lah.
Yeah,
I mean I don't know about now lah, tapi macam back then, the stereotype of gamers are losers. Gamers are fat. Gamers are nerds. Gamers are macam
duduk dalam basement mak.
Yeah, macam perverted. Because they always, and like you said, macam we always have like this sense of low self-esteem. That's why we play games. And when we are being hit by the stigma, by the stereotypes, by this word, it lowers our self-esteem more. We already have low self-esteem, and then we play games because we want to escape that sort of like notion. And then because we play games, we are hitting more up with this macam bad things and everything. People are saying, and kita akan rasa macam like lower self-esteem, and we'll escape more to video games. Tapi macam don't like that lah. So that's why I was like, when I play games, I was still active in sports, I was active in this and that and that. And macam at the same time, I would say to people that, you know what, I do play games. I'm a true gamer. You know, I'll say to people, I'm like, if people ask me like, bro, kau main game macam, oh, I don't play games, I live for games.
Luckily for now, for you know the generation now atau orang baru start main game, definitely I would say they are fortunate not to get bullied in a sense. Society has been better towards gamer and anime, but definitely people yang live towards those, you know, that 10 years ago, betul, that early 2000s, you definitely understand where we are coming from. So Zul, going back to the topic, the question was, will you ever stop gaming?
Honestly, macam I mean, the dream is to never stop gaming. Tapi I think even now pun macam my gaming time is sort of like less and less and less. I realize macam now I'm on holiday lah. Tapi if I'm not on holiday, I realize that during weekdays, not really macam a lot of time to play games at all. Maybe games for like 1 or 2 hours at night. Tapi other than that, usually weekends, because weekends you sort of like have more free time. You sort of have like, and I usually macam associate my weekends to do things yang I want to do, not work related ke. And yeah, my gaming time has gone way low, way less and less and less. Tapi because it sort of like hits me, you know, the reason why I brought up the question is because macam I used to play console like PC Master Race. Anyway,
PC Master Race.
I used to play console. I used to have like PS3 and PS4. And macam back then, the game that I always play was Destiny, and then go on to Destiny 2. And macam when the Destiny 2, I have like this clan lah, this group of friends. You know, we always play together. Kalau main raid ke apa ke, kita pergi lah together, main raid sama-sama, finish the raid together and everything. Hop on a voice chat and then macam talk. And then macam bila a new game comes out, I remember time tu Monster Hunter comes out, and then we play Monster Hunter together. And kadang-kadang pun main Fortnite together and all this. It was so fun. Tapi I think because most of them are like, you know, 23, 24, sort of like macam dah nak habis uni and sort of like macam entering the workforce and everything. Slowly, one by one, started to stop playing the game. We stopped playing together sebab macam, oh, this guy is not here, so macam not enough party and everything to play ni semua tu. So slowly, bit by bit, we stopped playing games together, and some of them stopped playing all together because of work. Some of them all stopped together because they started to have other responsibilities as well. But I wish I never being put in that position. I always want to constantly game with my friends, or macam even game sorang-sorang pun macam I don't mind. Tapi I think once I started to have all these responsibilities and everything with work and maybe macam with family ke apa kan, maybe I'll play less. Tapi it's not impossible to play games when you have all these responsibilities, you know. Some streamers are working and have family, tapi still streams from time to time. I kind of wish to go to that direction, but I don't know what the future holds. I'll never want to stop gaming.
And for me, in my case also, I won't stop gaming. Definitely, is in a way I think it would evolve. I would say contoh because like I used to grow up watching anime, tak berhenti tengok anime, but now I've stopped watching anime. Tapi aku baca manga mainly because it's much more faster for me to consume. I can consume anytime I want. Like macam kalau kau tengok anime, you have to watch an episode, satu episode 20 minit, and then suddenly, let's say in the middle of the episode kau kena buat something, it feels weird to drop it off. Tapi kalau manga kau boleh drop off bila-bila. In some way, somehow, I will try to make room for video games. So Zul, anything else you want to add for this, you know, discussions, chat?
I think macam there's a lot of macam people yang sort of like have the idea that once you have responsibilities, once you have like a family ke apa ke, especially family lah kan, you know, when you have like ada anak ke apa kan, macam, oh, you gotta take care of them, you gotta be wary of them semua tu. But taking care of them doesn't mean that you should not bond with them. Just because you're taking care of their food, you're taking care of their house, you're taking care of their tuition fees and everything, their education, that doesn't mean that you should not bond with them. I think a lot of, I don't know about anyone else, tapi macam when I grow up, macam I don't bond as much with my parents. And when you grow up without having that sort of like bond, it kind of makes your parents feels like adalah a stranger, tapi macam
I would say more to acquaintance.
Acquaintance. Macam you have to interact with them just because they're parents. If they're not your parents, parents, you won't even interact with them. You won't even go meet them on a daily basis because they're just like your acquaintance. And video games allow this bonding to happen because first, parents macam, for example, macam co-op games lah kan, multiplayer game. I don't know why, suddenly macam lately I've been seeing a lot of like macam reviews on game or macam comments on games where parents are playing with the games with their kids and everything. And macam, because it's quarantine kan, so macam not lockdown everywhere. People are trapped in their house and macam there's nothing much to do. We can't really go outside. So macam I've been seeing a lot of like positive reinforcements between parents and
video
kids
games, kids and
games,
video games.
Macam playing, ada yang main Sea of Thieves together and macam ada yang main this
Minecraft,
photos together. Minecraft, macam like, and it's so macam relieving to see macam parents are macam opening up
to video games,
video games and using them to bond with their kids. I know, I don't know how it is going to be in Malaysia, but Malaysia, they always have this sort of like stereotype, stigma yang video games are harmful, orang-orang tua, video games are useless, a waste of time, you don't get anything. But but that's the thing, parents never try to understand kids. They think kids are dumb. So why would we should we listen to them? We know better. No, they don't know better. You don't know anything. Try play some games with your kids. I know at first it's gonna be hard to grasp the idea and everything. But once you get the hang of it, you'll start to understand why kids love the game.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Everyone starts a newbie at video games.
Yeah.
I do, Zul do. Here's the funny thing is, the strong reason aku got into video games and anime was because of my father. I remember him introducing me to anime like Ponyo, Ghibli Studios, Samurai X, a lot of animes. But like somehow masa sekolah rendah dia like stop terus. Like memang macam I think maybe he bought into the notion of orang yang ada family dah tak boleh enjoy. Like Zul said in the sentiment awal, it feels like acquaintances. Aku rarely interact with my parents. So yeah, that's that. Here's an interesting story. The main reason why I don't go out of my rooms now sebab dia macam boleh kira trauma daripada dulu. Sebab I remember aku main Assassin's Creed dekat ruang tamu, then my younger sister datang tanya aku main game apa. Lepas tu aku try dia tunjuk dia macam nak main Assassin's Creed, and then I remember my mum say come from the back cakap, ni nak ajar apa tu bunuh orang. Aku macam what the fuck. From there aku dah tak main game kat ruang tamu dah. I remember that day very clearly. Like till now I don't play video games outside my room because it feels really uncomfortable. Even though I would say that they have changed in a sense that diorang accept the idea of playing video games. Tengok anime, diorang macam dah tak kisah. But till now it's stuck with me. So yeah,
I understand that macam I think I never macam gotten that hard.
That harsh. Yeah. I definitely mine is one of the rare cases.
Usually macam it's just lah, bazir masa lah, lepas tu nanti tak makan lah, apalah, tak solat lah, apa semua solat tak jaga. But then I was like, we're doing all these things, tapi macam I don't know, it's like I've already done all those things. So I'm like, this is like my free time, this is like my time to escape. And macam here's a funny thing, when they say macam parents selalu macam tak study semua tu. I'm actually studying English. I'm not on my
English because of video games. Definitely I agree. Okay guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Remember, if you can check out Zul at twitch.tv/Mozodik or in his YouTube channel Mozodik also. Links will be in the description down below. And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.